All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope all is well. I'm going to address the elephant in the room, and I'm sounding a little groggy. That's because for the first time in a few years, I got sick last week. We'll get into that. Here as we go. T Dog, what is up over there on the YouTube? Appreciate you jumping in, brother, as always. We're going to get this party started here in just a minute, but let me share this out and try to get more of you heathens on here. I want to hear how everybody is doing. So let's share this out. We got some important topics that we're going to discuss today. I think first thing I'm going to do in the queues, I'm going to recap the Great American Outdoor Show and some companies I want you guys to keep an eye out for. Veteran-owned companies doing some great things. So let's just share that out. That's we're gonna call that good. Oh, you know what? I did forget one thing. I wanted to share. Bear with me here. I want to share an image here. Forgot to load this up. That's one of those things. Yeah. I think it's this one here. Yep. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. All right, perfect. Now I'm ready to go. I promise. Ken, good morning to you. T Dog, I'm on my second cup of coffee. Jeez, you are living dangerously then. Ken, how you doing down there, my friend? So last week, I want to get started here. Last week we went live at the Great American Outdoor Show. Always a good time. That's one of my favorite events to go to in the year. And if you're an outdoorsman, an avid outdoorsman, whether you're a hunter or an angler, it's really the show you want to go to. It's the largest hunting fishing show in the world. They get outfitters from all over the world. There were people from Siberia, for Argentina for hunts. A lot of African safari hunts that were there, and then of course you got a lot of your people here in the continental United States, people in Canada, people in Alaska as well. Bear, moose. I mean, anything. It is absolutely extraordinary. Um, Seeing how many things that are actually out there, and it's amazing. And then there's a lot of taxidermists that are there for some of you, trophy hunters and stuff. Me, I'm an avid hunter, conservationist, amateur conservationist, I'd say at that. But we believe in. I grew up hunting, fishing, and then giving back to the land as well. It's one of our things that I grew up on. So I think it's everybody needs to do that or at least try it. But if, like I said, if you're an outdoorsman, guy or gal, come out to it next year. It's held in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania every February. It was 9 days. And the last day I ended up catching something. I got sick, congested, been down all week. Today I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but you can hear that I'm a little raspy. But we'll push through it. Christina, good morning, sis. How are you? Ken, I need coffee. All right, we'll get you some out. We'll get some out. So I want to talk about some. I want to, if you guys, I want to recap a little bit about the Great American last week. Even though I was there live, there's some companies that I really want you guys to kind of look out for. I want to get. I'm not these companies that I'm talking about coming up. I'm not getting paid to say this. These are just companies that are there. They were veteran owned. I got to talk to a lot of them. You're going to see some of them here. Over the next couple of months here at HMG, potentially. As of right now, this is not a paid commercial or anything like that. But the first one I want to bring up is a company called Stroop Knives. Chris Stroop, him and his boys were there, and they're based out in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and he's been there for a couple of years. And I finally pulled the trigger on one of his knives, and I bought a knife. I always want to try to support a veteran-owned company, but he makes these handmade knives. It's called Stroop Knives. It's like a 1090 steel or something like 1080 steel, something like that. And beautifully crafted, very sharp. I've already cut my finger once on it. But veteran-owned company, Stroop Knives. It's just a second here. It is STROUP Knives.com. Shout out to Chris down there in the Fort Bragg area. So if you get a chance, I always like to support veteran-owned companies. So I forgot I bought a knife from him. Great organization. Very sharp knives. Here's another company I'm just going to mention real quick. Non-veteran, but it was a really cool company, and it's called Alpine Body Fuel. I'm going to hold that up there. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. It's focusing in. This stuff here has got like neurotropics and stuff. I've been, those of you that like maybe do the alpha neurotropics and stuff like that, but this has got a lot of hydration, coconut water, and neurotropics help you stay focused, kind of clear that brain fog. No sugar in this. It's very tasty. So shout out to Alpha Body Fuel. I'm gonna give them a shout as well. You guys probably see this hat that I've been wearing. This is from Fieldcraft. Fieldcraft is an awesome company. I'm actually going to start posting here. I wrote an article and did a video with Larry, who is the founder of Fieldcraft Wolf, and it's an outdoor. How do I say? He's got like bags, like real structured bags. He's a veteran. He's done a lot of cool shit. He's got a cool story. I just posted in the comments in Facebook and what am I saying? YouTube. Go check out Fieldcraft. Go read the article and watch the video there. Another veteran-owned company. Great stuff there. I've got this. Gave me a couple shirts. The sniper veil that you see kind of in the background over my left shoulder here. This one here, Hooten Young. It's a cigar and bourbon company based out of Florida. Mr. Hooten was one of the guys from Black Hawk Down. Great gentleman. Got a chance to talk to him. Didn't interview him. It was just random passing and whatnot. But if you get a chance to check it out, Hooten Young, bourbon and cigars. So another great company. Yes, I believe it is. Are you talking about the Hooten Young? Yeah. Or are you talking about the Fieldcraft? It's different than Mike's. It's T-Dog is different than Mike's company. Yes. What else? At the Ready. This one you're going to see a lot of coming up in the next couple of months. At the Ready, another veteran-owned company. The story behind this organization was pretty eye-opening, and this is why I think everybody should literally be at the ready, carry, and learn self-defense, because you'll see why when you watch the video. But this is a cool company, veteran-owned. It's holsters for your vehicle. There's no universal holster, depending on what you carry. And when you carry, well, if you watch the video, so if you go to these videos and watch it, it'll show an in-depth detail on these 3D prints for your firearm or your everyday carry that you carry in your vehicle, how to do it safely. It's very educational. Again, I just posted these. Please go check them out. Go check them out. Videos again, stuffed up. Forgive me. Another one that we did. You guys have for years I've talked about Jim Neary's live bait and tackle, and I got to give a special shout out because Jim and Gina have been just great people and huge supporters of Heroes Media Group over the last couple of years, and they always have a booth at the show. They've sold our sister company HMG Beverage Coffee at their booth. They've sponsored me in some amateur angler events and stuff like that. And Jim is a United States Marine Corps veteran and just an all around good human being. So it was great to always catch up with them. So go check these out. And these videos and stuff are on our YouTube channel. Some of the other stuff, the At the Ready and the Fieldcraft, those are articles that are up on HMG right now with video in them as well. Hello, Elizabeth. Good morning, sis. How are you? So it's such a fun event to go to, and then we got to see our friends over at from Forget Genetics, spent some time with Barry, always a good time, and this next group that was there, um, Green Valley Hunters Paradise. They're one of our 2026 new community partners here at HMG. They are doing they do guided hunts, deer, bear, turkey, um, upland birds. They do day hunts, weekly hunts, and then they have a membership that you can do as well. And listen, if you're I've seen people, I hunted down there this past year. I had the privilege of hunting with Green Valley Hunters Paradise. I had membership there this past year. 2,500 acres of just beautiful mountain scenery, and I didn't feel a tag this year, and I wasn't upset about it because it was just like every day you went out, you saw wildlife. You're in the mountains. It was therapeutic, and if you're an outdoorsman, you understand what I'm talking about because you get the sense of, and you understand, like, we live in such a fast-paced life that going to do something like this, you get to unplug and just kind of reset, and it's absolutely amazing. Clint, who is manages the place down there, a great guy. He's turned into a good friend. Luke runs the place. He's the owner of it. Two solid people. And if you're a hunter and you want to experience something new, they're doing upland bird hunts right now. In fact, they got one coming up, I think, in March, 2 weekends in March. So if you go to their Instagram page or their Facebook page, that's how you reach out to them, is through Instagram or Facebook, and you can book your hunts there. But if you want a new experience, you got to go check out Green Valley Hunter Paradise. It's absolutely awesome, and you will not be disappointed at all. In fact, staying with that, I'm going to bring this up. This weekend, the Western Virginia sports show is happening in Fisherville, Virginia. So some of you are like, where the hell is Fisherville? I'm going to tell you. If you're looking on a map, Virginia, it's on the western part of the state. You find Interstate 81. Go down Interstate 81 or north, depending on where you're going. And you're going to go to a town called Scranton. Now, for the normal person, you look at that is not Scranton. It's pronounced Staunton. But in the South, they call it Scranton. Here's a history lesson for you guys real quick. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. Why do they call it Scranton? The locals call it Scranton because back during the Civil War times, when somebody was asking for direction, if they said Staunton, which is what it looks like, they would know that you were from the North and that you were a Yankee. So the South, they pronounce it Stanton. True story. A little history lesson for you. You're welcome. But the show starts today, goes from 11 to 8, tomorrow 10 to 8, and then Sunday 12 to 5:30. They got a live alligator show. They do it different down in the South, I tell you what. But our friends from Green Valley Hunter Paradise, they're going to have a table there. So please, if you're in the area or you're going to go check them out, please stop by the Green Valley Hunters Paradise table and tell them that we sent you, please. All right. What else? Hey, Rackin', oh yeah, Rackin', our buddy Doug is from Rackin' Inc. is gonna be at the show as well. Go say hi to Doug as well. Another veteran, and we met Doug. Sorry, Doug, totally. Doug was at the Great American Outdoor Show. He's been there the last couple of years. It's Rack and Stick, uh, great product, multi-use. It's almost like a multi-use tool. You can use it as stabilizing. You can use it when you're field dressing an animal. If you're what am I trying to say? Archery when you're doing saddle stand hunting. He's got a setup for saddle stands and stuff like that. Rack and Ink, go check him out on Instagram. Doug, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for jumping on. Sorry, guys. Still congested. What else? What else? What else? What else? Trying to see if I got any other knickknacks that I'm missing. No. Let's move on. Let's get into some of the topics. Topics. Some of these are coming up here, and I'm mentioning some of these for a purpose, and I'm going to tell you why here in just a minute. But just bear with me. The first one, Bill Gates. You guys know him as my favorite person I like to talk about. Bill Gates supports merging biometric digital IDs with bank accounts, payment systems, saying it's needed to safely monitor health records, track farmers, and and address climate problems. Scotty Fraser Band, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Somebody please explain to me how this man still is drawing breath. Bill Gates. He's got to be the most that's pretty well, he's definitely one of the most toxic people I think in the world. And how he is not taking a dirt nap is beyond it really blows my mind. This guy is the cesspool of he's wasting they ought to fine him every day that he opens his mouth for wasting oxygen. I said what I said. It's my opinion. It's my show. I'm gonna say what I want. It just it blows my mind. Bill Gates is still drawing breath, and I don't. What do you guys think of this biometric digital IDs? Is it coming? Is this something that we're going to be able to stop as a society? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. What I do know is that I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. That's all I'm going to say about that. This next one, Texas has officially become the first state in America to stop Jeff Bezos' synthetic egg project. Now, this one's a couple months old, but I'm bringing it up for a reason because it's been circulating through the social media platforms, which I'm going to get to my point here in just a minute about this. But the action blocks the introduction of production and the rollout of Bezos' backed artificial egg mixtures designed in laboratories instead of laid by real hens. I bring this up because you guys have heard me talk about in the past how it's so important to buy local from your local farmers, get in touch with your local farmers for your meat, your chickens, eggs, support local farmers and be careful of what you read on the internet. And I'm skipping one here to talk about the next one, which was actually I didn't even put it in here, but I'm going to bring it up. It was right now there's one circulating on the internet about the Arizona chop shop, and how it was tied to the Epstein files. If you're not familiar with the Arizona chop shop story, it happened down in Phoenix. This was an old story. This actually happened in 2014. New evidence came out in 2019, but they're tying the video it's circulating around the internet right now on social media platforms on how this chop shop in Phoenix, Arizona was tied to the Epstein files and stuff like that. It is a false statement that's been debunked. So I bring that up because it's like, guys, we got to be careful. Everything's getting so tricky on stuff that's being put out there now. Ask questions and always double check shit. It's crazy of the stuff that's coming out. when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute, this looks familiar. And then I started researching it more, and it was a story from 2014, updated in 2019, but they're using the video from the 2019 story to say that it was tied with Epstein. So, what do we got here? David Gordon, good morning, brother. Good to see you on here as always. Gene, yep. Let me see what Gene says here. Yeah, you're right. We real food. Grow your own food. If you can have a garden, if you got, and here's the thing, you don't need a lot of land. You can grow stuff. I grew a bunch of stuff in, I grew potatoes in 5-gallon buckets in my back porch. There's ways that you can be a little more self-sufficient, and I encourage everybody to strive to be that if you can. It does take some work though. I'll admit. All right, next one. I threw this one in here because I think it's funny. I said what I said. Florida couple gets into a heated pickleball brawl with over 20 country club members. Who knew that pickleball was such a dangerous sport? Let me get into this one here. A Florida couple arrested after police say a game of pickleball turned into a huge brawl. Deputies were dispatched to the country club just after 11 a.m. local time on Sunday in relation to a physical fight in progress on a pickleball court that involved over 20 individuals. Anthony Spinenza, 63 years old, and his wife, Julie Ann Spinenza, 51. First off, congratulations to you, sir. Were arrested following an incident at the Spruce Creek Country Club in Port Orange, Florida, according to the online arrest affidavit. Verbal insults were exchanged after the match ended, and the other couple was walking away when Anthony yelled, "Your wife is a cunt." Excuse my language for all you little kids that are watching. But here's a fun fact about that C word. And that's how the brawl started. Now, it didn't say much after this, but depending on what country you're in, that name is actually a term of endearment. So maybe there was just a miscommunication there, and he was no. Yeah, it's probably. I tried. It was a stretch. 63 years old. The man yells, "Your wife's a cunt." I said it again. I said I was not going to say that more than once, but I did. Maybe they should have like a senior citizens UFC. Oh shit. I'm just trying to picture like 20 people in their 50s and 60s, a couple 70-year-olds, I guess, and they're just duking it out on the pickleball. I mean, I just only in Florida, right? You guys ever noticed, like for years, if you followed me over the years, when I first got into this business, I had another company, and it was we used to do a series called WTF News. You ever notice that like a lot of weird shit just happens out of Florida? Maybe it's just me. Anyway, I threw that in there because I thought it was funny. I hope people are right, but and I mean, using the word cunt. Oh, I said it again. Sorry. In Australia, that's actually a term of endearment. Just saying. All right, let's get into the big topic. Papa Mimo oh, this is great. Let's keep these with witnesses claim the smell of rage. Ben Gay in diapers was overwhelming. Oh my god, that is so gross. Oh, good lord. Ice baths for everybody. That's pickleball. Yeah, that's the new dangerous sport for senior citizens, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's get into big keep comments coming, guys. I'll get to them. This week, big news happened for veterans. A lot's happened with the veteran community over the last 72 hours. The VA 38 CFR Part 4 hit earlier this week, and man, I tell you what, did the veteran community come out in full force. But before I get into that, let's kind of break down what this was all about. The VA 38 CFR Part 4, they were now rating veterans based on how we function with medication or medical devices. Jeremiah, good morning, brother. Always good to see you. So what happened was, and this is again, I'm just going to start from the beginning, and then we'll get to why this happened, and then kind of my take on it, and then what's happened since. But at the beginning of the week, they were pushing out the VA 38 CFR, and they were now going to be rating veterans based on how they function with medication or medical devices. And the breakdown of it was not how severe the condition is without them. So the breaking down of it, we're going to break down just a few of them. All right. Like if you have sleep apnea, is your CPAP machine working? Then your sleep apnea isn't as bad, right? Yeah, David, I get it. It's still happening. PTSD meds helping you stabilize, then maybe you don't need to rate as high. Hearing aids helping you with you hear, then it's not as severe anymore on your rating. This is what was uh it was kind of the way the VA pushed this out initially was not a good way to push it out. They could have been a little more clear on some stuff. So that's just some of them, right? So there, and this was going for for veterans that are in the middle of trying to get a claim or they're just filing claims. Uh, Jeremiah, I'm going to get to that. Yep. And a lot of people were in an uproar. The veterans were in an uproar on this. It was the treatment does not erase the injury. Management doesn't cure anything. And and a lot of this it was so misguided. There's so many issues that would have came on this too, because I think some veterans that live in states that have certain uh benefits that are tied with your trying to figure out the best way to put this disability rating. So if you're rated a certain way, then you don't have to pay taxes. Or if you're rated a certain way, your kids can go to a state school. If you're rated a certain way, there's so many things that are just tied into this. And after speaking with several people that are with the VA, that work for the VA, that have worked for the VA, I spent probably 4 hours on the phone the last couple of days talking to a couple different people, and then eventually, what happened is they came back, as Jeremiah said, uh, they turned it around real quickly, and but this is something that we need to keep an eye on. We need to keep an eye on this. So ultimately, what happened is they redacted. I don't want to read it. They retracted what they put out. They put a halt to it um, almost immediately. Within 48 hours, Secretary Doug Collins came out and said, "Hey, we're going to hold off on this." Blah 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 blah. However, and this is important, veterans. This is very important. If you get anything out of this, this is what I want you to get. They are still taking comments up until April 20th on their website and stuff like that. So get in there because this is concerned. Now, this is moving forward. Um, yeah, I'm getting it was overturned super quickly. Here's the thing. This is ultimately what it was doing, and this is how it was explained to me. So I'm just passing this on. they came up with this rule initially to break down and cut out a lot of the um, false claims that were being abused, or AI software that's being used. And I get that to a very, very small point. But the one thing I tell you what, in this country, you want to the 2 groups of people that you should not piss off are your healthcare workers and your veterans. Those are probably 2 groups that you should leave alone. Ryan, redacted was perfect. Yeah, it's basically, yeah. This is and Ken, I'm gonna put Ken's comment up there. Gene, I see what you're saying. I appreciate that. Yeah. So it's again, part of one of the things that was explained to me by a former VA person that worked for the VA and as a veteran was the initial reasoning behind this to move this forward was to um, stop the false claims and stop AI from submitting claims and doing that. That's not that uh, I'm telling you what was explained to me. Do I think that the VA came out and just shit the bed on this? Yeah. The first off, when they're doing something like this, there's supposed to be so many days that they're allowed veterans and the public to look at this and see before it goes live. They went live with it right away. So that was shit in and of itself. Um, do I give Secretary Doug Collins credit for taking it down and redacting it, or going back on it? Sure. Yeah, I'll give some credit there a little bit, not much, but a little, because this could have been prevented had he done it right the first time. So, but again, guys and gals, the important thing, and all you veterans, and there's a lot of you on here, LinkedIn, Facebook, I got all the platforms that are live. Every veteran that's watching this right now, and share this out. I encourage you to contact your brothers and sisters and make sure that they all understand that we need to have a voice. Our voices need to be heard, and it clearly it was, because a lot of people came together, and boy, they rose an uproar on this. But we need to bombard that website and leave comments. You have until April 20th. Bridget, good morning, dear. How are you? So, as vets, we got to make sure that we're standing up for stuff like this. This is, and again, that you want to the you would think the government would know better by now. The 2 groups that the one group particularly that you don't piss off is the veteran community. And with the VA, here's the other thing that just kind of rubs me the wrong way is the VA is such depending on where you are. How do you have an organization that big that cannot communicate with other VAs across the country? Billions of dollars get wasted every year, I think. And I think veteran and it's examples what happened this week are reason why veterans don't like dealing with the VA to begin with. Maybe I'm wrong. My personal experience with the VA in the Phoenix VA back in the day was a shit show. I have no problem calling them out. Not the people. People within that organization, there's some great people. I got some friends that work down at the VA. I love you guys. I know, David. It's government. Yeah, I know. When are we gonna start when are we going to come to the realization, or when are we going to just stand up and be like, there's more of us than there are of them? And I don't like, you guys know I don't like doing the us versus them crap. Well, it's got it, I think it's getting to the point where they are backing the veteran community into a corner, and that is not wise. I'd bet the farm who's going to win that fight if it ever came to it. Anyway, again, veterans, guys, great job this week getting this knocked down. Those of you that are watching, if you haven't left a comment on the VA's website on this, you have until April 20th to go up there and make your voice heard. I encourage everybody. And again, I'm not I never really push this type of stuff usually. But this time it is crucial that we keep an eye on this, on what's happening. Don't mess with our veterans. Period. Gene, what do we have here? Social medicine is not a long-term solution. Quick fix, right? Yep, agree with you there, guys. Let's dive into. Geez, good Lord, we're 40 minutes into this already. I love it. I love that you guys are here, staying with me. Listen, we got some cool shows coming up this week. But before we get into that, I have to do this. Some of you that are out there need this. There's an event coming up in April over in Dallas, Texas, called Military Creator Con. Come check it out. If you're in the military, you create stuff, this is the place you want to be. April 16th through the 18th. Yours truly, I will be speaking at this event. I'll be on stage with some great people in our military community. So come check it out. Tickets are live now. Go to militarycreatorcon.com. Book it, and I hope to see you guys there. National Social Media Awards. Why is that important? Well, it's a new partnership that we've got here at HMG, and this organization here, this event's taking place June 7th in LA, and it's the first year that they, in every there's like 25 categories, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, there's a lot of categories, but in every category, you can nominate a veteran for that category. I want you guys to go in and nominate every veteran that you know that fits that category. Go in and bombard these people with the veterans. Let's get the veterans recognized in this award stuff. That's happening June 7th. We're going to be out there as well. Stay tuned for that. All right, we got some good shows. I'm going to talk about the shows. Stay with me here. Sunday night, this Sunday, Gene, if you're still on, what are we talking about Sunday? Sunday, we're talking about on the Double S podcast. We're going live Sunday night about AI data centers. Are we going live? I just said we were going live, and we might be recording that. That's my bad, Gene, if I lied. Maybe we should go live. Fuck it. I'm throwing it out there. Sorry. Calm myself. Double S podcast, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're talking AI data centers. Why is that important? Oh, you're going to want to tune in for this one. You guys know I love talking about AI data centers. And they're putting one, I think, like near 3 Mile Island or something like that, too. The AI data centers is a big talk. We're talking about it Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Double S Podcast will be live right here on HMG as well. Or you can go to Double S Podcast live on YouTube. Check it out. All right. This week on the Decision Hour, yours truly, I get back behind this mic and I start doing some interviews again. I dusted off the microphone. I got the Decision Hour show back up and running. And this week I spoke with U.S. Army veteran, entrepreneur, and leadership strategist, Ms. Riley Gruppo. Riley, nice young lady. She was the first female in her infantry unit that she went through. And she talks about how she found healing purpose after overcoming toxicity, trauma, and adversity. She opens up about standing strong in a male-dominated space, the hurdles that women still face in combat roles, and the importance of sharing your story to help others feel less alone. An amazing individual. Go check it out. That's this week's The Decision Hour. Excuse me. What else we got? What do we have here? David, Elon will have one on the moon inside 10 years. I'm going to say 5. I agree with you. David, I agree with you. Next up, we got Women of War. This week, Slay to Success, Reclaiming Power, Purpose, and Possibility with Rochelle Hemingway. Rochelle's the CEO and founder of Slay to Success, LLC, a woman who had shattered ceilings throughout her 30-plus year career in the United States Air Force. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your service. Accumulating in her role as the highest enlisted leader on a base of over 8,000 personnel. In this episode, you're going to hear about her transition from service to civilian, the emotional and mental hurdles that of identity, confidence, and reinvention, and what it means to lead with heart, especially in rooms where you're the only one. That and more. Check it out. Women of War. Next up, we got the Unbreakable Storm podcast. Oh, sorry, guys. Unbreakable Storm podcast. This week, special guest, Nate Boyer. How many people know who Nate Boyer is? I'm going to tell you here. Nate's a solid dude, former Green Beret. And then he's the guy that was a Green Beret, walked on at the University of Texas, and then into the NFL for the Seahawks as a long snapper. Nate shares his story from NFL player, from Green Beret to NFL player to actor, director, and social impact warrior. Beyond the resume, it's even deeper. A man reckoning with purpose, searching for meaning after service, choosing to build bridges through his storytelling and action. He's got an organization, listen to this, Merging Vets and Players. Nate helps combat veterans and former pro athletes find new missions after the uniform comes off. Some of the things that they explore in this episode is choosing courage in the unknown, the power of community and peer support, and creativity as a healing tool. It's a great episode. Check it out. It's called the Unbreakable Storm podcast. T-Dog, I am not 100% sure on that one. I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. But when I met him last year, I've met Nate a couple of times, but more recently I saw him last year at the Army 250 up in Philly last year for the Army birthday. Next up, speaking of T-Dog, we got the Disgruntled PM. This week, Fix It in Post is a scam. Advice from an audio engineer. This one hit close to home for me. I'm not going to lie. Andrew Brigner. Hope I said that right. Probably didn't. Sorry, Andrew. Who shares his insight into the world of audio engineering, sound design, and project management in film production. Talks about the nuances of dialogue, sound effects, and the collaborative nature of film project, emphasizing the importance of creativity, realism, and effective communication within teams. I did not go to school to be an audio engineer. I was self-taught, and I've been doing this now for over a decade. This was a great episode. Learned a lot from this one. Disgruntled PM. Check it out. Good one, T-Dog. Good one. Next up, we got Vet SOS. They got a lot of new stuff, and they're growing on this one. This week, two powerful organizations coming up on Vet SOS. First, they're highlighting an organization focused on building a strong veteran network and community, connecting veterans, expanding community with strengthening an overall ecosystem. They're doing meaningful work. They're excited to showcase it. And then on Tuesday, they feature Sea Waves, a veteran-focused organization addressing eating disorders and related health struggles. Very interesting one this week. Check it out, Vet SOS. What do we got here? David, what did you say here? What do we got? My was reason. Next up, we got Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast with Mr. JJ Hardy. This week, intentional reinvention, leadership, discipline, and the power of your why. Oh, I'm going to butcher this name, JJ. I'm sorry. Chris Penanowski. Hope I said that right. Closed out a 4-part series on intentional reinvention with a hard truth. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens on purpose. They break down why understanding your why fuels leadership, discipline, and long-term motivation, how to embrace discomfort instead of avoiding it, the power of celebrating milestones without losing momentum, and then how distractions and negative influences quietly sabotage your growth. Very important one. Check it out. Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast. Am I scared, David? Come on now, David. You know me better than that. Am I scared? I'll bring him. I'll do it. I'm going to reach out to him today then. We'll see what happens. Am I scared? Shit. Next up, we got the arm. Shit. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show. This week, we're discussing finding purpose and eliminating the feeling of being useless. This was a really good episode. Everybody can benefit from the Arms Room Show. It's the OGs of HMG. Go check them out. Every Monday, 2 p.m. Arizona time, they got a new episode that comes out. Check it out. Eliminating the feeling of being useless. Next up, we got, what do we got? Homefront Sitrep podcast. This is a really cool one from the British Army, from a British Army sergeant to the founder of Redeployable, Mr. Ben Reed. Ben is an Army, was in the British Army, and he's the founder of Redeployable, a groundbreaking organization dedicated to helping service members successfully transition from military life into high-performing civilian careers. Some of the things that they cover in this episode, the psychological shifts from uniform to civilian clothes, why most important traditional transition programs miss the mark, and veterans can leverage leadership, adaptability, and operational thinking in tech and business. This was a really cool episode. And it's cool because we're seeing it from kind of a different a veteran's perspective as well. So check it out. That's Homefront Sitrep podcast this week. All right, next up, we got the Misfit Nation podcast. They do a couple of shows. This one that I'm talking about, host Rich LaMonica welcomes Gary Thrapp, a lifelong youth sports leader, coach, and community builder with over 40 years experience shaping young athletes into strong leaders. He's coached multiple sports, raised 4 successful children, and now owns Beyond the Baseline, a premier youth sports facility for 19 years, managing more than 50,000 games. Today, he continues the mission by providing free competitive youth sports programs for kids, 250 kids, ensuring opportunity, structure, and mentorship for the next generation. So important. This is great. So some of the things that they talk about in this conversation, how youth sports shape character beyond the scoreboard, teaching accountability, discipline, and resilience, and avoiding toxic competition while still building winners. This is a great episode. Check it out. David's okay. Here we go, David. What do we got here? Adam interviews the accountant. Hear me out. Let's do it. Next up, Label Free podcast. This week, Deanna speaks with Justin Guillermo, founder of Journey to Financial Freedom. to discuss biblical wealth building, financial mindset, and how faith-based individuals can steward money without guilt, fear, or ideology. Love it. Label-free podcast. Check it out. Got a couple more left. Stay with me, guys. We're almost done here. We got you 6 at 6 with People's Patriot Project every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I go to the show notes. This week, it fell on the big game, and I didn't even talk about the big game. How many people actually cared? Did anybody watch the big game Sunday? I didn't. I guess it was a week before. That was the week before. I got my weeks mixed up. Anyway, this week, we got you 6 at 6. They talked about the big game. They talked about the Olympics, and then they also had a shoot the poo episode. I have no idea. So Mark or Andrea or Frank, one of you guys, what was the shoot the poo episode? I couldn't find it. What was that? Anyway, check it out. People's Patriot Project every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Gene, we'll see you later, brother. Appreciate you. Next up, other side of the firewall this week, Wilson Barusta Jr., founder, CEO of Juan Cyber. They talk about his unique journey from the Marine Corps to transitioning into cybersecurity. Also talks about the creation of B-Sides St. Pete, a community-focused cybersecurity conference. That's really cool. And his commitment to mentorship and giving back to the community. Other side of the firewall. This show is blowing up, no pun intended. And this is one that everybody should listen to because all the AI stuff that's going on, this is a show you want to pay close attention to. They got a lot of stuff that's good. I've learned a lot from this show. Ryan Williams, Sr., Air Force veteran. Great job, brother. Next up, we got Chasing Happiness, a raw look into ongoing financial storms, anxiety, and exhaustion. How daily time with God passes like Deuteronomy 8 have reminded the host that God provides in the wilderness, blesses in abundance, and calls us to serve others instead of chasing the Joneses. It's Chasing Happiness. Give me 1 second, folks. I apologize. Told you it's cold. It's kicking my butt. Last up, certainly not least, Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line, multiplying impact without losing integrity. Leaders want to multiply their impact, but rapid expansion risks mission drift, burnout, and even replacing the same harness that we've already set out before. The question is, how do we grow without losing the North Star? Krista goes over that this week in Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line. I got to give some shout outs. Forget Genetics. I know Bridget was on here. It's one of the Forget Genetics crew there. Forget Genetics, veteran owned company. HMG Beverage, our sister company. Got to give a shout out to Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. Thank you, Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle, for showing up each and every week. Appreciate you. My Tax Fella. It is tax season. Go check out mytaxfella.com. He will definitely help you get your stuff in order. Anthony Moriello, you've been working with him for years. Go check him out. And of course, our newest partner this year, Green Valley Hunters Paradise. For all you hunters and outdoorsmen, please go check out Green Valley Hunters Paradise. You can check them out on Instagram or Facebook. They're booking 4 hunts right now. And they got some upland bird hunts that are they're a lot of fun. So please go check them out. I can't believe it's been almost an hour already. I love it. I hope you guys have a great weekend this weekend. Veterans, again, vets, those of you that are watching this, if you're a veteran, tell your other battle buddies out there, get on the VA website, leave a comment. You have until April 20th to do so. I'm sure I'll bring it up again. And yeah, future weeks. Don't get the 45-degree syndrome this week. Get off the computer, get off your phones. If the weather's nice, get outside, do something constructive. Protect your mind, folks. I appreciate you guys being here this week and putting up with my raspy voice. Hopefully we'll feel better by next week. Until then, God bless you. God bless America. I appreciate you all. See you guys next week. Take care.